What's up guys, it's McKinley362 back at you with another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. So today I am actually battling Nick, one of my moderators, YouTube moderators, in the Ubers tier. So before the battle begins, I would like to get you guys know that I do have a Discord server, so the link to that will be down in the description below if you guys ever want to battle me, or just come talk to me, chat and chill with me whenever you guys want to do that stuff, fun stuff like that. So without further ado, we're gonna get straight into the Wi-Fi battle. So Nick, I'm looking at Nick's team and I know that Scolipede is going to be a problem, especially if it does have the protect, sub-protect, speed boost. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and begin. So turn one, he's gonna lead off with his Dialga and I'm gonna lead off with my Dugtrio. So Dugtrio is now gonna come out to the field and he's just gonna start exerting his pressure, and I'm gonna go straight for the Earthquake. And it turns out, to my surprise, that he does have the Shucker Berry. So if you don't know what the Shucker Berry does, it reduces one super effective ground type move for one turn. So the Shucker Berry is going to weaken the damage, and since Dialga is already naturally bulky and EV trained, it is of course going to do around 25% damage. So now I'm going to go for the Earthquake again, and Dialga is just going to go straight for the Stealth Rock. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake again, and unfortunately, even though Dugtrio is a fairly nice Pokemon with a nice and clean attack stat, it is not going to be able to two-hit KO the Dialga. So he is going to activate my Focus Sash, and he is Arena Trap, so he will not be able to switch out. So now I'm just going to go straight for my Earthquake again, so that way I can just kill the Dialga, and Dialga thankfully is going to die. So now that Dialga is dead, I'm hoping that he won't bring in the Scolipede, but it turns out he will bring in the Scolipede because he has no reason not to. He can Swords Dance or Sub-Protect up and then try to kill me. So I'm going to go for my Stealth Rock here because I knew he wasn't going to attack this turn, because one thing you do with Scolipede is you always try to keep it healthy and stuff like that, so, or set up with it. So this is definitely his baton passer on his team. So he's going to go ahead and get a speed boost, and he's going to set up a Swords Dance. So I'm looking at Scolipede, I'm thinking this Pokemon can sweep my team. It won't sweep my team like literally, but it can pass on its stat boosts to other Pokemon that can sweep my team, like the Mewtwo or his own Excadrill. So now I'm just going to go ahead and Stone Edge, and we are thankfully going to be able to connect it on the Substitute, and we're just going to be able to break it. So now this thing is sitting at +2 speed and +2 attack. So now I'm thinking about what I can do to this thing, and he is going to be able to outspeed me, of course, with his +2 speed, and go for an X-Scissor against my Dugtrio. So Dugtrio is going to go down, and he's recovering a little bit of health with his Black Sludge. So I'm thinking, okay, McKinley, what can you do to kill this thing? So I'm just going to bring in my NOIVERN, so that way my NOIVERN can go straight for the Air Slash, because it is a bug type, bug poison. So Air Slash will do a nice chunk too, hoping to one-hit KO it. And this is where Nick messed up. He actually told me on Discord that he meant to click Baton Pass instead of hard switching. So this was a definite misplay. He meant to Baton Pass into his Mewtwo. He did not mean to hard switch into his Mewtwo. So if he Baton Pass, that would have been a nice and clean 6-0 for him, because then the Mewtwo could Mega Evolve into whatever variant of his Mewtwo he has, be it X or Y. I think obviously it has to be X because he set up some Swords Dances. He was trying to pass some attacks, some nice +2 attack to it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and hit Mewtwo, and Mewtwo is going to get out, and he is going to switch into his Excadrill. So now Excadrill is going to go for its own Rapid Spin, and it's going to get rid of my Stealth Rock. So Nick, he's playing nice and clean right now, so I'm going to go straight for my Air Slash here, even though it is not very effective, but I am Choice Specs, so it is doing a nice and clean amount of damage. And Excadrill, I'm thinking this Excadrill is Choice Scarf because I believe NOIVERN does naturally outspeed it. So now he's going to switch into his thankfully shiny Greninja, because I was scared that it would be one of the Ash Greninja variants, but Ash Greninja is of course shiny locked, so that tells me, the fact that it's shiny tells me that it has to be Protean, and it can't be Torrent. Nobody runs Torrent Greninja in Ubers. So I'm going to switch out my Honchkrow because I do not want to take a potential Ice Beam from him, and so I'm just going to go ahead and Mega Evolve with my Primal Groudon. So Primal Groudon is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and I'm going to go ahead and get my Harsh Desolate Land up. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the harsh sunlight, and it turns out he does have the hydro pump, and thankfully it is going to evaporate in the harsh sunlight. So that means that he doesn't have the ice beam. That's what that tells me. So thankfully he doesn't have the ice beam, so hopefully Honchkrow can come back out and do some work. But unfortunately he is setting up hazards with the spikes, so I'm gonna go ahead and go straight for my Precipice Blades. And the fact that he had spikes told me that he could have also had the potential gunk shot. He could have been a mixed Greninja, physical and special attacking Greninja. So he is going to bring out his Scolipede again, because for some reason he does want to, like, basically the only way, his only win con right now is Scolipede being able to pass off some stats to another one of his Pokies. So I am gonna go straight for my Lava Plume, and I do have Roar on this Groudon, so I'm not very particularly worried about him trying to pass on some stats. Like, hopefully if I can predict him going for his baton pass, then I could just make him switch out, and he is going to go ahead and get that free speed boost. And also he's now gonna go for his baton pass, so he goes for his baton pass here, and I'm wondering what Pokemon he's gonna go into. So he does go into his Mewtwo, which I wouldn't have done. I would have just hard switched into Mewtwo, but you know, it's up to him, because Mewtwo, it literally, I thought he was trying to bring it in as death fodder. So now I am going to kill Mewtwo, and he is going to bring back out the Scolipede. Well, he's not going to bring it in, but it's actually going to get dragged out thanks to the Roar. So Scolipede is looking pretty healthy, and my Groudon is looking pretty healthy. So hopefully, I hope that I can 1v1 this Scolipede and just put it down and kill it. So knowing that he would go for substitute or try to switch on something else, I'm just going to go straight for the Roar again, and Mewtwo is going to get dragged out, and it's going to go ahead and put up its pressure. So now this is where Nick decides that enough is enough, and he actually is going to Mega Evolve right here. So Nick is going to start his Mega Evolution, and he's going to Mega Evolve into the Mega Mewtwo X, which I thought it was, because he tried to pass attack to it earlier in the battle with the Scolipede, but he did not click baton pass. So a huge misplay on his part, a game-changing misplay. So I'm going to go straight for my Lava Plume, and thankfully we are going to be able to kill it, and we're able to chew the Earthquake, the non-stab Earthquake, even though Mega Mewtwo X does have a high attack stat. So now he's going to bring out his Excadrill here, and Excadrill is going to come in, and that thing is looking at a little bit decent chunk of health. So now this is where I made a misplay on my part. I actually misclicked here. Well, no, okay, you know what, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't misclick. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went for the Precipice Blades when I could have went for the 100% accuracy Lava Plume, and I could just kill this thing. So now Groudon is going to die for no reason, and so without further ado, the era of Primal Groudon is now over. So Groudon is just going to die. But it was very useful in the battle though. It took out Mega Mewtwo X. So thankfully it did that, like, you know, it was useful. So now I'm gonna bring out my Mega Blaziken, and I'm hoping that I can take any one hit that he goes for, but he is choiced in some way. I know it can't be Bandy, he has to be Scarf, because he outsped a lot of my Pokemon that are naturally faster than Excadrill. So he is going to go for the Rock Slide here, and now that he goes for the Rock Slide, he is going to flinch me, but it doesn't really matter because I am going to activate my speed boost. So now I'm thinking, okay, all I have to do is connect this Blaze Kick, which thankfully we are going to be able to connect the Blaze Kick, and we are going to be able to kill the Excadrill. So now Excadrill is dead, and I have +2 speed now. So Blaziken is looking fairly good, fairly useful. So now he's actually going to decide to bring out his Zapdos here. So Zapdos comes in, and this Zapdos is kind of scaring me. So I'm going to go straight for the Blaze Kick here, and Zapdos is going to go straight for the Thunderbolt, because, you know, Mega Blaziken, it is a very powerful Pokemon. Like, it is very powerful with its speed and attack stat. So now I'm going to switch into my shiny Scarf Yveltal, and I'm going to taunt him, because I didn't want him to go for the recovery. And Zapdos, it already is bulky enough as is, because that thing, it's not an OU for no reason now. It's not an OU for no reason. And I hope you guys are liking these battle videos, because I am changing the background soon. So we're now in the abandoned Pokemart, no, that abandoned trial site that Ace Roller had. So yeah, just hope you guys, letting you know, guys, that I am trying to make my videos better. So now I'm gonna bring in my Noivern here. So once I'm bringing in Noivern, I'm thinking, okay, I am choice specs, but I thought he wasn't gonna outspeed me, so I could kind of see why he switched into Scolipede. But I am gonna go for my Boom Burst, because Air Slash wasn't gonna do that much to the Zapdos, even though it was a flying type, and I am choice pick. So now he's gonna bring out the Zapdos, and so basically I guess he was just kind of scouting to see what I would go for, but I am going to be able to outspeed the Zapdos, and I'm going to go straight for the Boom Burst, and that will be the battle. So hope you guys enjoyed the battle vid. This has been McKinley362 signing off. See you guys in the next battle video. Enjoy. I hope you guys liked the battle video, because as much as I enjoyed it, because I did like the battle video. So see you guys later.
Shit, that's nothing. Splash. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins. Must be Thanksgiving, cause your bitch want the stuffing. Mr. Clean, gravy while you floss on me.